everyone, welcome back to Mrs. ESQ. So today I wanted to discuss why I decided to go to law school at night and work full-time during the day. A lot of people ask, well, didn't you have any other choice? Couldn't you have worked part-time and go to school part-time? Couldn't you have taken out an enormous amount of loans? That way you didn't have to work and you could be finished sooner. The answer to all of those questions is no. And also it's a personal choice and you have to decide what works best for you. So when I was accepted to Toro Law School, I at the time was living in Brooklyn and I had to move to Long Island because that was the only way that I could commute to Toro Law School, which is in Long Island, and work because I now had to support myself. And so in doing so, I factored a few things. I factored in rent, I factored in gas, I factored in my car note, my car insurance, all the adulting bills down to groceries, down to meal prepping, down to a gym membership. All of those things were important in deciding whether I was going to work full-time or part-time. Ultimately, I decided to work full-time because my expenses did not allow for me to work part-time and also go to law school at night. And that was the best decision that worked for me. The way in which I did it that was the most effective was organization. I had a planner, I had a calendar, and I worked my classes to where they either started at 6:30 or 5:30, and I was able to leave my place of employment around 3:30 or 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock at the very latest. And so I was able to make it work. Not saying it was the easiest decision, but it was the right decision for me. And that's what I would advise for you. A lot of people are going to have comments, oh, well, just do this and just wait another year. That way you'll be more financially stable and you won't have to work full time and go to school at night. You have to do what's best for you, because at the end of the day, you're the only one that's going to be in the library by yourself. You're the only one that's going to be driving back and forth in the snow, in the rain, in the sleet, trying to get to class. You're the only one that's going to be up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, briefing your cases and preparing for finals. The other thing that was crucial in my decision was the time that I wanted to be in law school. The nighttime 4-year program was 4 years, and I didn't want to do that. So instead what I did was I took classes every single semester. I never took a break. So I started in the fall, 2017, and I went through each semester: fall, winter, spring, summer, fall, winter, spring, summer. There was never a semester that I took off. And in doing so, I was able to finish a semester early. It was not easy. There were definitely some sleepless nights, but it was worth it because I finished earlier than I would have doing it regular four-year plan. And I was able to take the bar, which I failed the first time. We'll talk about that later. Passed the second time though. And then ultimately, eventually pass the bar and become admitted. So the timing worked out. And that is another thing that I would advise. Trust the process. It's hard to do. It is so hard because you just see what's in front of you and you know your plan, right? You know what you want to do. You know your timeline that you have in mind. But understand that that is not the end all, be all, end all. That's the only way to get to your dream goal. That's not it. There are so many different routes and ways that you can go and that you will go. Some will be expected, some will be unexpected, that will get to your goal of becoming an attorney. So saying all that to say, when deciding whether to go part-time, full-time, law school at night, law school during the day, it's ultimately your choice. I've met my lifelong friends in law school because we were all in the thick of it together. We were all running from work trying to beat traffic to get to class on time, saying, hey, save me a seat. Hey, take my notes. Hey, can you start this? Hey, can you grab me some coffee? I'm going to be late. Can you grab me some food? I'm going to be late. And it made the experience so much better, and it made it manageable. It made it worth it, and it made it enjoyable. That's the best word that I could use, enjoyable, which is weird because, you know, you always hear law school, oh my gosh, the worst thing ever. It's hard. But the people that you meet along the way will be your lifelong friends, and at least for me in my experience, and it helped get me through because we were all on the same mindset. We all understood what it was to leave a full-time job and having that responsibility alone, having to now rush to get to class to retain what you're learning at 8 o'clock at night, to then get home by 9:30, 10 o'clock to study or read or shower or eat or remember to eat, to then study and then try and get to sleep by 3 so you're up by 6 to go to work. So that is just a small reason as to why I decided to go to law school at night and work full time, and my suggestions to you on things to keep in mind as you're making your decision. If you have any questions or if you would like to talk to me further, please leave me a comment with your information. I will be sure to get in contact with you.